Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a general message for the sign of Libra in September 2021. What's going on, Libra? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. All right, it's still early yet, but happy birthday, Libra. Your season is approaching end of September. So if you will be celebrating your birthday either at the end of September or later on in October, I hope you guys have a great day. In tandem with that, I will be going live for you guys during your birthday season. Let me pull up a calendar now and kind of estimate which Saturday I think I'm going to be doing that on. I think it's probably going to end up being Saturday, October the 9th at 7 p.m. here on the channel. So October 9th, if you're available and you want to hang out with me, get some free tarot cards read for you, or ask a tarot question of me, I'd be happy to do that work for you. So make some time in your calendar if you have it, and come on by. So also with that, you're going to get a birthday message from me, a birthday overall reading, which should be about near the firstest, wow, near the first, wow. My brain was like first, earliest, firstest. Anyway, it should premiere about the first day of your season here on the channel. It will be a yearly look ahead. So that's a different way that I'm doing birthday messages this year. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, stay tuned. Look out for notifications if you are a subscriber. If you're not subscribed, maybe consider hitting the button so that you can see those notifications come through, okay? If you're interested in a personal, you can look on how to get that by looking in the description box below, okay? No other announcements, guys. Hope you're doing well. Take care of yourselves. Be safe, be happy, be secure, all that good stuff, all right? So let's get into your reading. First card out for your monthly reading is the Seven of Cups, aka Seven of Water in this deck, Illusion, Daughter of Air, aka Page of Swords, and then the Seven of, oh god, don't blank, there we go, Seven of Swords in reverse, aka Seven of Air. There you go. Well, these two sevens on the end are giving me the vibe of, like, you know, whatever your spiritual belief is. I don't know you personally, clearly, this is a general reading, but I think, like, something is stirring on that side of yourself, or in that facet of your life, or in that area of your life. Spiritually speaking, metaphysically speaking, religious, if you're more of a religious person, or, you know, that unknown, you know, something in the etheric is kind of stirring about. But, you know, that's just because they're two sevens and they're bookending this. Like, Libra, I think, yeah, that's where this is coming from. It's like you or someone that you're dealing with is struggling, having issue with being honest, being real, being authentic. There is shadiness about. When I say shadiness, I mean it could be lies, manipulation, deception, that kind of shady. Also shadiness as in hidden, shadiness as in avoidant, right? Shadowy is also coming through here. And there is a call, probably from a spiritual place, from a knowing place. You know, it's like this intuitive place that you don't necessarily have fact that it exists, but you know it exists, or at least someone does. And the call is get right, essentially. What do I mean by that? So if you or someone you're dealing with, Libra, it can go either way. It's a general, right? But whoever's been manipulative, whoever's been lying, whoever's been avoidant, whoever's been shady, whoever's been just underhanded in a situation, or not present in a situation, not aware or honest in a situation, putting blinders on in a situation, whoever that person is, there is some shaking, like they're giving me this idea of, like, shaking someone, like, wake up, why are you doing this, or stop doing that, like this urgency. Thank you, the word is urgency I want. Thank you. So there's an urgency coming through. Might come in the form of a messenger, as pages are messengers in tarot, right? So there's this call to stop with the shadiness. I don't want to say truth-telling, because pages are not truth-tellers, but again, it could be a messenger. So some call for a wake-up call is being sent, signaled, right? Whether or not it's being received, that's the tricky part. Because Seven of Illusion, aka Seven of Cups here, wow, I've never noticed that before. Interesting. I don't know if the camera will... I'll try. Okay, so this is Seven of Cups, right? And the card says illusion, yes? Let's see if we can get that in focus for you guys. Try it again. There we go. That's better. Okay, so you see the camel on the left? And you see the body of the camel? How it looks like the ribs are showing? I've never noticed that before. And where are they? They're out in the desert, and in the distance there's a mirage, right? And I'm assuming, well, the reason camels can live in the desert is because they can maintain a lot of water. But that one camel looks a little emaciated. It looks pretty thirsty, right? So there's this starvation feeling. There is an aching feeling here that what someone needs, you need water to live, right? So what someone needs, they're going without it stubbornly because they're wrapped up in illusion, because they're wrapped up in fantasy, because they're wrapped up in some type of curated illusion that they've created or other people have created for them, and they're just going along with it. Now, Seven of Cups also signals that someone is seeking information or seeking an answer, seeking a solution. So, and that's kind of what happens when you're wandering in the desert and you experience mirages. At least that's what they say, right? So you're seeking shelter, you're seeking a source of water, but your mind and the heat that is got you in a state of delirium is playing tricks on you. So, Libra, you could be the person who's creating illusion, you could be experiencing someone else's illusion, you could be subjecting yourself to your own illusions, whatever. The need is still there. This camel still needs water to survive. You out in the desert would need that water as well. So I don't know how, I don't know what it is, but something has to cut through that dream world that someone is living in, that someone is perpetuating, that someone is subjected to, that someone is creating for themselves or other people, whatever. Something needs to cut through that. Now, over here, Interesting. Wow. Okay. This illustration, right? These two birds, and the larger bird being in the nest, and the smaller bird feeding the larger. What can we make of that illusion, right? Or excuse me, illustration. That would be like the parent, the mama bird there, or the papa bird, but usually it's a mama bird, right? Is being fed and treated like a child by its own offspring, by its own baby bird. No, it's not a chick, it's a bird. Anyway, so for some of you, that could be what's going on here. I don't know how the word deception would factor in there, but that could be... you could read it two ways. You can read it as we just described, where a parent is being treated or taken care of by their child, and presumably those roles should be reversed. It's not typical. And I'm not thinking of an adult child, like I'm thinking of a child, because you do have a page here, and pages are aligned with childlike energy. Not to say it can't be an adult child, but like I'm feeling like a adolescent or like a pre-adolescent person is taking care of an adult. And there might be valid reasons for that. There might be invalid reasons for that, or less valid reasons, let's say it that way. But that discrepancy in the energy of this adult animal, this adult bird being cared for, sitting in a nest, being cared for by this baby bird, it's like a crazy thing to witness. So in some of your cases, that might be what's going on. You have a younger person taking care of an older person. Let's say it that way, because it doesn't, for all of you, it's not going to be family. It's not going to be parental and relationships, yes? But Oh, okay. For some of you, this is how you lived when you were younger. So this is like residual. Ah, okay. There we go. There we go. I'm like, so I know, I know the bulk of you are not going to be dealing with, you know, under 18-year-old children, and they're taking care of you or somebody in your family. No, but what they're signaling to me is like that could have been how you were brought up. So you could be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, right? But since you were a kid, that's how you lived. You were the caretaker of your parent. And again, there are valid reasons for that. If your parent is sick, disabled in some type of way, they deal with some type of mood disorder, mental disorder, something like that. They have all kinds of troubles. There's plenty of times where that happens. And not to say it's okay, by the way, or not to say that it's easy, but that, I get how we could get to that being sort of conditioned into us, or that being sort of the norm. Now, going back to this idea of illusion, Libra, this energy is very, I did mention the word before, manipulative. So in some of your cases, that need, that I need to be taken care of, whether it be from a parent, a friend, a colleague, a husband, a wife, a brother, a sister, whoever, this call for help in the Seven of Swords in reverse, in some ways is quite manipulative. It's not 100% true. And if it is true, it's based in a codependent place. It's based in a place where somebody wants to be a victim, wants to be nurtured and cared for, even though, like the big mama bird in the nest there, they are physically, allegedly, I'll say that, they are supposedly able to care for themselves. They're a full-grown adult, but they don't act like it. And that's purposely manipulative towards you, towards someone else, whatever. The page, I think, is a messenger. I'm not an air sign, so it's not me, although I do have prominent air in my chart. But there's somebody here who, you see how she's pulling the sword from the sheath? It's like somebody's prepared to speak about it, to tell the truth. Perhaps this is the unsheathing or the unsheathing of a lie. So like maybe, as the word illusion were to convey, maybe you were convinced like, oh, Auntie Susan and my brother Jeremiah or whoever, they have a chronic illness, and that's why they need help. That's why they can't do this for themselves. So that's why I come over to the house and I do this for them. Somebody in the family, or maybe some non-family related person, is going to step out and say, oh, by the way, that's a lie. And you're going to be shocked. You're going to be like, what? Like, just to put it this way, because, that's a part of shadiness. Perhaps somebody here is lying about disability in order to claim money from the government or assistance from the government. Because, this picture over here of the baby bird and the mama bird, it doesn't have to be family. It can be, any type of handout, any type of assistance when assistance isn't, necessary. So somebody, could be claiming to be, in some type of dire straits when actually they're not. Or that's you. You're running some type of scam. All right, so no need to clarify anything. I think the daughter of air could be anyone. It can be someone you know personally. It can be a stranger. It can be, just, an anonymous phone call or text message shows up on your phone. You realize your Uncle Jeremiah, or what did I say, Brother Jeremiah? He's not, he does. It happens. Like, you ever see those videos online or on the news of like people who commit insurance fraud? And like they claim like workers' comp or some shit like that, and then like a private investigator videotapes them like walking very ably into Starbucks to get some coffee. It's just like, don't be a fool. I'm not encouraging people to be deceptive. I'm not encouraging people to run scams. But if you're gonna do it, that kind of means you don't go to Starbucks and get your coffee. If you said, oh, I broke my leg at work and you owe me $1 million, you kind of have to act like your leg is broken for a long time if you want to get that money. Just saying. Anyway, so the daughter, I think, is some person who has the information or is delivering the information, is the vehicle, is the vessel which the information comes through. Could be a mail carrier, thank you. Could be a news anchor, could be an anonymous tip or anonymous person hitting up your phone, or it could be someone you know very personally, okay? All right, so we got there. Let's build on this. What's the rest of the message here for Libra? We don't need to clarify any of the previous cards, so what else is going on here? Give me more information in the situation for Libra in September 2021. And just because I say September 2021, it doesn't mean it's happening in September. It just means that's when I'm doing this reading. This reading could resonate for you in the future. This could be something that happened to you 3 years ago. So take it all with a grain of salt in terms of the timing, okay? Because telling time in tarot is not one of my strong suits. I don't resonate well with time in tarot. It's really weird. Ooh. All right, so that feels kind of purposeful, this in the side. We'll see. How about this one? Okay. There, my hand. The way that made my hand feel. Okay. 5 of water in reverse, and then this one. Just want to make sure that they want it in the side position. Yes. Okay. Okay. So 3 of Wands, 3 of Fire, Exploration, 5 of Cups in reverse, Disappointment, and then the Ace of Water side position. Okay. Well, I kind of like that, but it's bittersweet, you know? I like that, you know, when truth is revealed, you know, especially something that we believe for a long time, that we were convinced of that was the truth. 7 of Cups. And 7 of Swords, too. When truth is revealed, either to ourselves, you know, some of you, this is just you. It has nothing to do with other people. You're living in your own deception. You're living in your own illusion, right? So whenever that happens, there is this potential for us to shy away from the truth, to feel shunted? What is the word? Shunted? Like to feel, to feel depressed, to feel deflated. Thank you. That might be the better word. But to feel like dejected. There you go. From what we've learned. This looks like a person who, at least to start, once this truth is revealed, once we have a better understanding of the circumstances we're in, of the situations that have been presented to us, of the conversations that we've had with people that were full of lies, full of holes, uncertainty, etc., right? There's this blast off. Very clearly, there's like this, okay, well, now that that's happened, I'm ready to exit stage left. Yeah? Now, that could be quite reactionary, you know, so be careful if that's you. It could be quite explosive if that's you, Libra. But more than anything, I think it's like, in the long run, let's say it that way, in the long run, I think it's going to lead to this ability to kind of plot a new course and to reprioritize things. If you've spent a good portion of your life or a good portion of time, any time, right, taking care of someone who didn't necessarily need you to take care of them, or you were involved in a situation where someone was, you know, actively deceiving you, actively manipulating you, actively treating you a certain way to get something out of the connection, right? Once you learn that, there's a potential for you to not necessarily dismiss the person. I don't know that would happen. I feel like they're still around, but man your own ship, they give me. So get in the driver's seat. You now break through the illusion, or the illusion crumbles around you, whatever, and you can then decide what to do. You know, because before, the decisions you were making, Libra, or whoever is in the center of this story, whoever this is resonating for, the decisions that were being made were because of false information, because this person needs me, because this person is helpless, because this isn't working out over here, I have to act a certain way. Now that we find out that's false, that's not true, it's no longer a situation that we have to give service to, or a connection we have to give service to, well, now I can focus on me, or now I can focus on these other projects in my life, these other destinations or roads that I can travel, exploration. Yeah, very good. But again, it can be explosive in the start. It can be very reactionary, and I don't know about you, I would feel the same way after someone lies to me and manipulates me for a long time. It's happened a handful of times in my life. Oh God, clear the room, because your girl's about to go off. Because I don't tolerate that. I don't like that at all. There's no reason to lie or manipulate me or anybody else, but especially a person like me. So I think you might be, whoever's resonating with this energy, you might be similar to me in that it's like the deepest cross that you could commit against me is to lie and deceive and manipulate me. There's very low chance that you can come back from something like that. Okay, but that's just me. You might feel differently. 5 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Water in reverse. And that's so interesting because look at what's there. It's a dry lake bed or a dry river, right? And what were we talking about in the top? How you need water to survive. And what do fish need? I mean, fish live in fucking water, right? So definitely, whatever is needed here, this idea of water with the fish and the camel, right? It's gone. And what did I just say? Trust. You break trust with a person. You need that. There you go. You need that to survive in a relationship of any type. Friend, family, lover, I don't care. You need some type of trust. And when the trust is dried up, when the trust is gone, well then it's over. Right? So that could be what's going on for some of you. Is realizing that now that the trust is gone, it's broken, this person, they treated me unfairly, all the things that you will come to realize, yes? The 5 of Water in reverse is giving me, there is sorrow, there is some type of mourning there, we are sad about it, we are disappointed, yes? But we're in control. Like, this isn't overwhelmed with disappointment. This isn't overwhelmed with the hurt feelings that we could have or the angry feelings we could have, right? It's like having it in good proportion, having it under control. So not to put a time stamp on anything or a time limit on something, but say this were to happen tomorrow, hypothetically. You're like, all right, I'm going to give this a month. I'm going to allow myself to feel like crap for a month. After that time, I'm back at it, or I'm, moving in a different direction with the 3 of Wands, right? And that's very interesting, going back to the 3 of Wands real quick, because 3 of Wands can be about expectation. So for some of you, you've had plans in motion, and they were hinging on whenever this situation with this person was cleared up. And again, it's like in this caretaking vein. Once this person is back on their feet, I'm going to be able to go over here and do what I need to do. Once this person, is totally over whatever they're going through, whatever I'm helping them with, I'll be able to focus on this project that I've put on the back burner. So that's also what I think is contributing to the 5 of Cups in reverse. Once I know for sure that this is cleared up, and not that you were most of you, I gotta be honest, or at least a good portion of you weren't suspecting that this was a lie. It was more of like well, this can't last forever. If someone's not feeling well, if someone's ill, I'll take care of them until they're better, right? And that maybe has gone on for several months or years. But you always had it in the back of your mind, once they're better, I'm gonna be able to do what I need to do in my own life, in my own on my own path, yes? So that, I think, is contributing to why the 5 of Cups is not as impactful, or it's not a place where you're going to spend a lot of time, Libra, because you've always had it in your head, I'll take care of this once this other situation is wrapped up, okay? Now, the Ace of Cups in the side position, I think, is very... yeah. Okay. I think there's still a tether between you and this person, especially if you're relatives, right? Especially if you work with this person, if you live with this person, if you have a relationship with this person of any type, right? I think there's still going to be some tender feelings for them. You're still going to have a soft spot for them, sure. But it's like very interesting. It's like a gallon of milk. It sat there for a couple of weeks. You take the top off the milk, you smell it. It's not sour, but it's not fresh. It's like in that in between, could I get away with, getting one or two more uses out of this gallon before I toss it and pour it down the drain? Or should I not risk it and just dump it now and go grab a new gallon from the store? It's like that, I don't know. So for some, there is a half of the word came out. There's a bit of a temptation to keep things the same with this person, or to, again, like get one or two more uses out of it, whatever that means, right? So that's for you to decide. That's between you and them, how you want to move forward in the situation, how you want to move forward in the relationship. But again, it's like, it's not the freshest carton of milk that you can have. Like, if you want to use it, you still could, but it's on its way to becoming sour anyway. That's the point, I think. It's on its way to becoming sour. It's not 100% done, but, milk doesn't have a way of resetting itself and returning to a fresher state. And that's probably what's going on here, is that you or them or both of you kind of are struggling with that. Oh, there's no way to go back to the beginning of this. And that kind of happens, right? There's no way to take back the lies, the manipulation, the deception. There's no way to argue away the illusion that someone has created in the situation. It's like, you did it. You said those things. You did those things. You ran that scam. You tried to pull the wool over my eyes. You can't take that back. So how could we have a reset? How could we go back to the beginning? We can't. Because the beginning was a fucking lie. Okay? All right, so let's get a potential outcome here, and then we're going to wrap up. Potential outcome for Libra in September 2021. Potential outcome for Libra in September 2021. Did that flip? Nope. Okay. Okay. The universe. Very good. The world card. The lesson is yours to learn, yours to experience, yours to observe, yours to absorb, or whoever is resonating with this message. It would work for all sides. No one here on this earth, even the quote-unquote lowest of the low, whoever those people are, everybody here is subject to some type of spiritual awareness, some type of spiritual experience and evolution, right? But we're all not going to do it the same way. We're not all going to recognize it the same way. But this universe card, aka the world card, secondary major for Capricorn, also the fixed signs, so Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Could be dealing, don't have to be. I talk about this a lot in these general readings that I do, that the collective energy, Libra, which we're all a part of, not just any single sign. Every human on earth is a part of the collective. There's this lesson going around that comes up in the readings that I do that basically speaks to the expectations of people and how expectations are being shattered. What was I talking about in the majority of this reading? That there was a mama bird and a baby bird. So we have assumptions, we have expectations of family. We expect the parent to take care of the child. But what did we talk about? It's the child taking care of the parent. And this is in reverse. So that concept is flipped on its head, right? So there's a lesson in that, spiritually speaking, karmically speaking, what have you, right? That you or other people are meant to learn, grow from, see your worldview or your perspective expanded in some type of way, yeah? Also equals some type of ending, because that's the last card of the major arcanas, yes? So I'm not here to advise, because people won't do what I would do. You know, I have no problem saying goodbye to people. Other people do. And it's not to say I don't have any problem. I miss people, sure. But I'm not going to compromise myself. I'm not going to compromise my peace, my calm, my joy, because, you know, someone in my life wants to be around who is quite aggravating to me. That's kind of what I'm sensing here, is like there's love for this person, there's adoration, there's care and nurture for this person, but to what expense? If they remain a constant in your life, if they remain in present in your life, will you be able to function? Will you be happy? Will you be safer? Will you be more joyful, etc., etc.? And that has to be weighed out. You'll have to make peace with that. I wouldn't advise you to do anything that you're not comfortable with at all. But for me, my immediate position is, well, you lied and manipulated. Bye-bye. But you don't have to feel what I feel, obviously, and you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. But I think like that there's a call here. There's a call for you or whoever is experiencing this story to value. Yes. Your value. Is it important? Is the relationship, the connection with this person more important than blank? Whatever if you want to fill the blank in with that, okay? Libra, I'm going to leave it there because I don't I don't want these readings to go too long. But it looks like you might have the longest reading thus far. We'll see. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the reading, hit the like button. If it resonated at all, drop a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel before, I would love it if you subscribe now. That'd be super great. If you're interested in working with me on a personal level, go ahead and look in the description box. There's information on how to do that. And again, I'll go live for you guys October 9th at 7 p.m. if you want to join me for some free tarot readings for you guys. And yeah, Libra, thank you so much for watching. Take care.